This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of June 2nd, 2025. We're entering a week of extremes. You're probably going to ultimately like where each extreme takes you, especially the one where we land. The first extreme is loud and boisterous and maybe just a little bit crazy. It's a combination of wind tunnels and firestorms. Information, communication, messages, data, social media outrages, all of those are going into overdrive. Yes, you didn't think there could possibly be more, but there is. At the first half of the week, that's the front loading. Fighter instincts will be really, really high. People will be in the streets, standing up for what they believe in, fighting for what they believe in. I think there's an event scheduled right about this time. Makes you wonder if some planner had an astrologer. It could involve, I don't know, the military, because Venus in Aries is sextiling Jupiter on the 4th. Venus is in the sign of Mars. Venus is in the sign of the military. She's in fighter mode. And Jupiter in Gemini increases the conversation, increases the noise, increases the crowds, really, really fires people up. You may actually leave your house and go do something yourself. On the 5th, Mercury is in an opportunity aspect to Mars. Who rules Aries, the sign that Venus is in? It's kind of one big clump here, putting us all in maximum fighter mode, and not fighting for the sake of punching somebody in the jaw or knocking someone's lights out, although who knows, there may be some of that going on, but fighting for something that you feel really, really, really passionately about. It's in the air. There are opportunities to put your beliefs in action, to put your thoughts in action, to walk your talk, to see the way you think about something then play out in the world. The Mercury-Mars sextile has the possibility for manifesting, form following thought, actions happening because of what you think, what you say. Not gonna be boring. Now, the talk is gonna continue, and the information flow will actually get even greater as we move into the second phase of the week. So the beginning of things calming down comes while we're still making a lot of noise and gathering a lot of information. And the extreme that we're moving into over the weekend is, okay, I just want to stay home. I want to enjoy the simple things in life. I'm going to go out in nature and eat berries straight off a bush and stick my feet in the grass and stare at the sky and drink a glass of wine with chocolates next to me, or whatever to you indicates a simple pleasure. We're moving from I'm going to fight, and I'm not shutting up, to I am committing to daily life, to simple life, to what is right in front of me, moving from ideas and theory and information to tangible experience of reality. On the 6th, Venus moves into Taurus, the first earth sign, and this is her first home in the zodiac. And our social mode, the way we're dealing with each other, what we're valuing, will follow suit. A piece of it is money, our own money, the economy, an ongoing factor in everything. A piece of it is music, the arts, creativity, our experience of the bounty of creativity. A piece of it is our experience of the bounty of life, the bounty of the earth. So food is part of it as well. There are a number of people who are advocating simplicity, who are advocating softness, who are advocating paying attention to where you are right here and now. Venus's shift into Taurus will facilitate that. Mercury is right behind her in making a move on the 8th. The god of communication meets with Jupiter, and the monitor does acquire a knob that will go up to 11 and beyond. Optimism could be off the charts. The information flow, definitely off the charts. Going to be an extraordinarily noisy and hectic weekend. And then Mercury moves into Cancer, not one of its happy places. It's moving out of one of the signs it rules, Gemini, into a highly emotional, tender, and sensitive sign. But it's traveling in a way that is very companionable and compatible with what Venus is up to. We're moving into speaking our emotions, taking care of each other, being very sensitive, and making emotional appeals rather than fighting with anger and passion. Being acutely communicative about the emotional impact of what is going on, finding things that feed our own emotional needs, that bring us nurturing, that convey nurturing. Venus and Mercury moving into Taurus and Cancer pretty much simultaneously bodes extremely well for the daily details of life becoming sweet and tender and caring and fixing our attention on what really matters to us. We've been fighting for it. Now we sink into it. We claim it. We enjoy it. And we look for the practical application and ramifications of everything that has been flying out of our mouths and through the air. Which leads to the homing thought of the week. What practical use can I make of this? Whatever this may be. Song of the week, Give Me the Simple Life by Ella Fitzgerald. And the image of the week is the 9 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite Coleman Smith deck. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of June, which is at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years experience. I have a lot of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl. This month later, I will have a look at the solstice chart, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week, my guest is evolutionary astrologer Dabney Lawless. And if you missed last week's show, I encourage you to find it in my Celestial Compass playlist on the Professional Aquarian YouTube channel, because it speaks completely to what we're moving into this weekend. It's about the experiences of someone who starts the day sitting at the 8th tee of a golf course in her neighborhood and watching the sunrise, and the connections, community, and insights that have grown from that. I also host lively conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at Kathy Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.